You know what's BS? People probably telling me not to swear in this video. Sorry, I just have to, because this involves a show involving swearing. So yeah, this is not going to be for kids unless YouTube thinks it will be. So this is the ranking of the episodes of You Know What's BS or You Know What's Bullshit, because they can't say BS or they can't say bullshit at the beginning of the videos anymore. Because of YouTube's like censorship. It's getting really bad because like especially with like the angry video game nerd episodes and nostalgia critic episodes, they were very heavily censored recently. Yeah, the show was created by the same guy who did Angry Video Game Nerd. He plays a guy whose head is made out of bullshit, and he talks about things that really piss him off. So yeah, so I'm gonna rank them all from A to C. A being a relatable, B being a not relatable but understandable. Like some people might have the problem, but I don't. And C for being not really relatable or understandable at all, honestly. So first, we're gonna talk about DVD packaging, especially with like DVD packaging where like there's a sticker on like the top and bottom of the case and like makes it hard to open, and it's really hard to peel it off. I actually hate it when that happens. Sometimes it's only on the top, but I hate it when it's on the bottom as well. So yeah, and then like a big box set, like a lot of different boxes that I don't really mind. For like I'm a collector. I like really like that kind of stuff. But I don't know. But I'm putting this at A because yeah, that is bull crap. So next up is pennies. So yeah, basically like counting pennies takes too long. And this I think this actually got on the news one time, which that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, and like, what about like lucky penny? Like you pick up a lucky penny, your day will have good luck or something. I don't find this relatable or understandable. I put this at C. I'm sorry. Shoelaces. Shoelaces, I just don't understand. Honestly, like why even? Like why can't you just like wear like Velcro shoes? That's what I always wear. So yeah, and like they always come undone. I don't know how that happens. Really, like, are there like some gremlins that like untie them? Some like bully gremlins that do that? I don't know, but yeah, and I don't know how to tie shoelaces. So yeah, penguin movies. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to put this uh at C for not relatable or understandable. I actually really love penguin movies. They're very cutesy. But yeah, that's the problem. Really, there are too many of them. So yeah. So next up is post office pens. I'm not really sure about that. Uh, Basically, like he's saying that post office pens are just permanently attached to the desk, and there's only like one, and it like usually runs out of ink or something. I don't really understand this problem, but I'm pretty sure like someone might have it. So I'm probably gonna put it at B. So yeah. And then next up is pay toilets. Yeah, this is absolute bullshit. So yeah, the like pay toilets, like you have to pay to use the bathroom. And there's some guy like standing next to you, handing paper towels, and like that's just like invasion of privacy. And during that clip, there's an illustration of the angry video game nerd on the toilet. I just thought that was really hilarious. So yeah, temperature. Uh, yeah, this one is pretty interesting. So yeah, I don't really like temperature most of the time. Like I used to like be like so like invincible against like hot air or cold air. And speaking of, so yeah, and I remember like when I was really young, I would when I was like in my preteen years, I would go outside like without my jacket on, and I would just not be cold at all. But now it just gets too cold in the winter, and it gets too hot in the summer, and I just can't stand it. That's why I usually not wear a shirt. I don't take my shirt off on camera. I'll take my shirt off anymore. But yeah, that's going at A. Penguins movies going at C. By the way, I don't know if I remember saying that. Printers, I just don't understand printers. But I do have the similar problem, but it's probably going a bit lower than temperature. So yeah, Christmas aftermath. This is a classic one, where yes, Christmas really like. I used to have this problem, but I don't know. I really love the Christmas season sometimes, but like, yeah, it's not like I don't know. Basically, like he's saying, like Christmas ends and begins whenever it wants to. So like, yeah. So yeah, I've seen recently like Christmas started being celebrated as early as like September. Really, I've seen like Christmas decorations and stuff in stores. It just drives me crazy. Even like a lot of other holidays are celebrated so early. Aftermath, I don't really get because like it's like I never like really seen Christmas stay after December really. I've seen like only like a few people recently like keep their Christmas decorations up. Like yeah, and then the whole Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. How about Happy Shut the Fuck Up? Like that's a classic. So yeah, that's going at B. I don't really find that to be that big of a problem. Some Christmas music I don't like. Hotel TVs. So yeah, hotel TVs I don't really like. Honestly, they don't have that many channels, and like they don't have any place to like plug in like a video game or something. They have like pay video games, and I can't really talk and like type at the same time. But yeah, they don't really have anything like at all. Some hotels I've been to lately actually do have that kind of stuff. They have like a USB port for like smart TVs, and they have like Blu-ray players they send into there. Like that's nice, but like yeah, but I don't really like the channels they have really. And then he talks about like uh paying for the internet, obviously. So yeah, I think I remember when I was at like hotels when I was younger. I like didn't really do that much in the hotel room. I would watch TV. They would usually have like Disney Channel. I always loved watching Disney Channel back then. Like yeah, but most of the time I wasn't really in my hotel room. I would usually be at like the pool or like going out somewhere. So yeah. So yeah, yeah. So that's going at C. DVDs. More about the DVDs. Yeah, DVDs are like very different from like VHS. Really, like yeah, different kinds of boxes for like DVDs and stuff, and then like they always talk about like those stupid like things that you like open like those lock things like it's on a diary or something. Like yeah, those are I've seen like almost every DVD from between 2005 and 2008 have those, and sometimes they're easy to peel off, but like some of them I've not been able to peel off at all. I don't really know what's the point. Like, what kind of idiot won't figure out how to do that? Different kinds of editions that is just very weird. Region lock, that's a huge problem. Runtime, I always like do check runtime, like see how long it is if I'm waiting for like a program to come on TV, and like yeah, it always comes on in minutes on the cover, but like yeah, like I don't really get that. Then logos. There's one part where he's watching the a Warner Brothers DVD, and on that DVD, like when he presses the menu button to go to the menu, it restarts the logo. I actually had that happen to me in school when we were watching a DVD. It just wouldn't go to the menu at all. Yeah, and it was also on Warner Brothers DVD. Yeah, not being able to skip menus and stuff, and, like logos, not going to the menus. Some DVDs do have that where you can skip them, but yeah, and then DVD disc scratching, like yeah, and just won't work. Even like compared to like a VHS, like really, yeah, I don't really know. I have to put this uh at A. Really, I not all the problems are really an issue for me, but like yeah, a lot of them are. Movie titles. This is actually kind of a continuation of the angry video game nerd episode, chronologically confused, with like sequel titles. Basically, like not having like them numbered or anything, or they just have like ridiculous names. Like Final Destination is the Final Destination. Fast and Furious and stuff. The Fast and the Furious. Like, yeah. So, yeah, movie sequel titles I don't really have that much of a problem, but I can kind of see why some people do. So yeah, that's going at B. Too much cream cheese. That I just don't have a problem really. I don't really know that anyone who doesn't like cream cheese really. I'll probably like this is probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. I'm probably gonna put it C, but probably higher up on C. So yeah, I love cream cheese. I know like a lot of people don't like sour cream, but like I love sour cream as well. Next up is fiber envelopes and packing peanuts. So yeah, envelopes. I've never even seen anything like that. At least not in a while. It's like this weird like dirt they put inside there that just like gets all dirty when you try to open it. And then packing peanuts. Yeah, that gets all over the place. I used to like love packing peanuts. Playing with them. I remember the Barney episode, Fountain of Fun. They had this really big crate that held a fountain in there, and it wasn't a really big fountain, but it was filled with packing peanuts. Yeah, of course, like packing peanuts, you have to clean them up before any animals get to it. I've seen an episode of All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series that has that. So yeah, that's going at B. Blu-ray and DVD cases. This one's kind of another one. A different variety of cases, like not telling where the DVDs or Blu-rays are, and like, yeah, having trouble getting them out. I hate like uh, DVD and Blu-ray cases where like the discs are like stacked on top of each other, and sometimes they're really hard to take out of the disc holder, especially when they're on top of each other. You have to like take the one that's above it out, and then yeah, I don't like that at all. So yeah, and like disc holders. Yeah, there's like two different disc holders. There's one where it's just like two things that you just push. That one's a bit hard uh, to push without kind of hurting yourself just a little tiny bit, but it does work. I was worried that it might like crack the disc though. And then there's the one with like all the little like holes and stuff. You push a little bit harder. That one's my favorite disc holder. Of course, the two stupid like things. The Yeah, DVD and Blu-ray cases are just a bit more uh, different of a thing. I have to put it a bit lower at A. I don't really have too much of a problem, but I do have a problem with it sometimes. So yeah, traffic spikes. I've never had a traffic spike incident for me, but yeah, that's going high at uh B. That is absolute fucking bullshit. So yeah, I can totally understand that, even though I never had that problem. Yeah, like why do they have to like spike the tires though? But yeah, I don't know. iTunes with constant updating. I just never used iTunes, but like I don't really know. I have to put this uh at B. I can kind of understand why some people have the problem. I don't use iTunes, but like yeah, feeding birds. I don't really understand why feeding birds is a problem. That's probably going at C. Next up is wire hangers. This is a classic episode. Yeah, I don't use hangers at all. I just use drawers really and baskets. But like, yeah, wire hangers. Yeah, I've never used wire hangers, but that is going at B. I love when they show the uh I love when they show the scenes from Halloween with like uh Michael Myers just like bashing through the wire hangers, and then the infamous scene from Mommy Dearest, which I watched a while ago. No wire hangers ever. Yeah, that is very creepy. Microwaves is like always different depending on how old it is or like what brand sometimes, or like what kind of microwave it is. But yeah, like sometimes when I heat up the food at just the right amount of times, like either too cold or too hot. Like yeah, of course some things can't go in the microwave. Beeping, like yeah, I have more like loud noises of like opening and closing a microwave and actually heating up something than like the loud beeps. Especially like nowadays, I do sometimes have a midnight snack when I'm just getting really hungry. So yeah, microwaves will probably have to go on the bottom of A. I don't really have too much of a problem with them, but yeah, this next one is a band episode actually. This was assholes. This is basically pooping and peeing when you don't really want to or have to. Like yeah, it just comes at random. Yeah, this is going high up on A. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, but it is. Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't want to pee and poop all day, like all the time. Whenever I have to. GPSs. I don't really have too much of a problem, but lately my mom's GPS has been glitching out and stuff. Like kept recalculating. That's how it says in the video. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to put C, unless like the GPS keeps doing that. I'll probably add this to like A. So yeah, warranties. Yeah, that is yeah. I've never had a warranty, but I can see why that's a problem. But yeah, like you're trying to like get like a refund on something that breaks, and then that just like it just doesn't really work out. Like the seller is like different person or something. Amps that don't go up to 11. I don't get this one honestly. I don't use amps, so this one's going at C. Yeah, warranty is going at B. Grass. I don't like grass because like honestly like I think like grass, that's where like the bugs live. I don't like bugs. I don't Grass just kind of like freaks me out sometimes. I'm gonna have to put it A, but for a different reason than what's said in the video. But yeah, vampires. Yeah, this talks about how vampires suck. Like literally, they suck. So yeah, I don't really understand too much about this. I'll probably put this a bit higher at C. Yeah, it's just really funny what they say in the video. This was kind of a bonus. Uh, this is from the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. The Tiger Electronic games. Yeah, with like Tiger Electronic wrist game packaging. Yeah, yeah, where like it's just really hard to open without scissors. Imagine if like scissors like come in that packaging as well. And there's another episode uh with something similar to that. So yeah, I guess yeah, it just gets really much of a pain to do that. There's other packaging similar to that with other stuff. I've seen like some old Lyric Studios uh, cassettes and CDs have that. What the heck is that sound outside? I've been hearing that like the other day. I don't really know what that is. I have to be right back. I'm really thirsty. Hotel rooms. I don't really have too much of a problem with hotel rooms, at least the ones I've been to. The only ones I really have a problem with is like I always have to sleep in the room with my parents. I really want just a room to myself without any snoring, really. And sometimes like there's not enough good air, like the heater or air conditioner just like runs really loudly and stuff. And like yeah, I'll probably have to put this at C. I'm not really sure about this one. Word pronunciations. Well, if you can pronounce it, why don't you pronounce it? Yeah, word pronunciations, like, I have to put it at, like, the bottom of A. I don't know how. I don't know how to spell pronunciations. Yeah, just the way different, like, words are, like, pronounced. Like, yeah, it just gets way too confusing. But, like, even, like, the stuff that the bullshit man says in this video is just kind of weird. Like, he says bury instead of bury. Like, I don't know anyone who says bury. It's like when Fred on Scooby Doo says treasure. Sometimes I pronounce some words differently, just like the way I want to pronounce them, but like not like all words. Like there's stuff like houses instead of like heis, like mice. Actually, like computer mouse. I know no one who says computer mice. I know people say computer mouses. I know no one who says computer mice. Public bathrooms. This one's just going at the top of the list. Public bathrooms are just awful problems most of the time. Each one is just different in some way. Like automatic flushers and like automatic toilet dispensers. Not now, Lulu. I'm busy. And like, yeah, I I don't like it at all. Really, water. I don't really understand water at all. They're talking about like different kinds of water, especially Dasani water, which just is so weird. It's just so weird, like rabbit hole talking about their water. I love Aquafina water. Yeah, sleep. I just don't get any sleep at all. This one's probably going like a bit higher up than grass, but like yeah, this is going at A. I don't really have too much of a problem, but sometimes I really do. There are some times where I just could not sleep at all, and now I can sleep, but not for very long. Dangerous funeral. Who are you? You're not the bullshit man. So yeah, dangerous funeral pro- processions. I don't know that word. Yeah, basically just someone driving to a funeral without like yeah, without like following like the traffic rules. Like yeah, it's not like someone is starting to die. Like someone's already dead. Like practically. Like that's kind of like bull crap sometimes. But like yeah, like it's not like a freaking like ambulance. Really. But yeah, like it's just really like a funeral. Like funerals are fine, but like not when like you're like trying to like drive through like hurry drive the fire truck or something. Oversized packaging. Yeah, I do have this kind of problem sometimes. With like yeah, like it's like really big packaging for just a small item. Like I mentioned that Barney episode with the uh packing peanuts and stuff. Like yeah, like would be made out of like really hard like cardboard. Yeah, sometimes I would get like a package in the mail. It would be like cardboard that I just can't like rip open really. Yeah, that actually gets really annoying. Clothing tags. There's these weird like tags that hang on these things. These are absolute bull crap. Uh, Actually, these are going at A along with oversized packaging. Basically, it's not the tags themselves. It's the things they're attached to. They're like hard to get off, and like even when you throw them away, they somehow just keep ending up on the floor. I have like a set of like washcloths that came attached to that I use in the bathroom when I'm in the shower, and they became attached to that. And my mom just somehow did not take them off, and if I had used that in the shower, oh my god, that'd been horrifying. So yeah, I don't really know. So yeah, that's wobbly tables. Oh my god, how common can like wobbly tables be? Really? Like I've seen like so many of these like everywhere. Like I don't know what makes them wobbly or not. Like why are they wobbly? Like they're just not built very well. Like yeah, I don't know why that happens. Like yeah, I don't know. This table like is a little bit stable. Actually, just feeling me like moving around, it feels like it's about to fall apart. Snow. Yeah, this one's going like a little bit lower than grass. Really, like yeah, snow is just too cold and it just goes all over the place. I absolutely loved playing in the snow when I was little. Just snow is just so random sometimes. Sometimes it just comes for a little while. Sometimes it just won't go away. Really, yeah. Like I really want to move somewhere where it's much more warmer. Really, yeah. I don't know. The word bi-monthly like doesn't mean like twice a month or like once every like 2 months. I don't really have too much of a problem with this, but I can kind of see why some people have this problem. So yeah, this is going at B. Yeah, snow goes at A, by the way. Lack of buttons. Yeah, lack of buttons. Like, yeah, especially on phones, they don't have buttons anymore. The only buttons being like the power button and the volume buttons. Now they got rid of the home button. Yet it just really feels like so satisfying just to like press like buttons really. Like yeah, like especially now as I'm typing this on the keyboard, like it really just feels so satisfying. Like sometimes I like tap real hard on like a touch screen to like hope that like it like feels like I'm typing. Even like touch screens are really sometimes a pain. Like laptops now have touch screens. I have trouble trying to turn it off. I did turn this off a while ago. If you remember the trouble I was having with my reaction to that movie. I forget what it was called. So yeah, basically, even I saw like a video talking about like how video game controllers that have buttons, they don't make as much sounds as like buttons used to make. Yeah, I just like imagine like someone just playing like a an Xbox One controller with like very little sounds and like just playing it the same way like Stephen He does in those videos, the emotional damage thing, like trying to do cheat codes and stuff. So yeah, that that is going at A. Really, rolls of tape. I don't like tape anyway, honestly, but that's going a bit lower at that's going a bit lower at A. But yeah, Pogs. Pogs, I do not understand. Yep, Pogs were like this weird thing. It was like gambling stuff for like kids. You like play with them and like knock them down. I've seen like recently Pogs of All Dogs Go to Heaven, which I was very mind blown by that. I'd never even heard of Pogs until I remember like in the Angry Video Game Nerd episode with the Tiger Electronic games, talking about Tiger Electronic games were like Pogs. Like I don't even know what that is. Stickers on fruit. That is somewhat of a problem. So yeah, like I don't know why they do that. Honestly, in like cross promotions and stuff. Inflatable decorations. I don't really see much of a problem with this, but I can understand why it would be a problem. I think I'm gonna put this at B. And we're almost done. Group chats, that is very embarrassing sometimes. I have to put it a bit lower at A. I've seen like a lot of different like memes of like horrible like group chat moments where like someone is like texting them like a nude pic and then like, Dad, we're in a group chat, and then one of them's like, ew. Yeah, loud startup sounds. So yeah, this one I really had a problem with, especially like when I had a Windows XP in my bedroom, and like the loud startup sound it would make when I turn it on, and like yeah, I was afraid it would like turn on by itself and stuff like that. So yeah, this one's going at A. Bed sheets just coming apart. That is a really huge problem for me. This one's going a bit below sleep at A. Yeah, they just come apart. I don't know how it happens really. Yeah, micro SD cards. This one is probably going a bit lower at uh, A. But yeah, it's just so weird. Why are they like so tiny? Especially like so the ways you take them out is just a bit odd. Why they have to be so small? Why is technology becoming smaller? Yeah, laptops are becoming smaller. Phones are becoming bigger. Like yeah, I don't understand it. Well, that's all the episodes that I could find. So yeah, so let's recap at A. The relatable ones I have are public bathrooms, assholes, pay toilets, clothing tags, shoelaces, DVD packaging, DVDs in general, loud startup sounds, oversized packaging, Tiger wrist game packaging, temperature, lack of buttons, printers, DVD and Blu ray cases, stickers on fruits, wobbly tables, microwaves, sleep, bed sheets, grass, tape, snow, group chats, micro SD cards, word pronunciations, and dangerous funeral processions. A B for unre- unrelatable but understandable, traffic spikes, warranties, wire hangers, inflatable decorations, movie sequel titles, Christmas aftermath, hotel TVs, iTunes, bi monthly, post office pens, and packing peanuts. Actually, I'll probably put packing peanuts a bit higher up than post office pens. What? And at C, we have vampires, hotel rooms, GPSs, too much cream cheese, pennies, feeding birds, penguin movies, amps that don't go up to 11, water, and pogs for being the ones that aren't relatable or understandable. I don't really see the problem at all, honestly. At least for now. Because, like, GPS, like, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope to do a lot more ranking videos at some point for, like, maybe, like, some TV shows. I do have a few in mind. So, yeah, see you later.